Hello, friends. Thank you for joining me once again. You are warmly welcome to this YouTube channel. If you are already a subscriber, I want to thank you. If you are visiting this channel for the first time or you are seeing it for the first time, I also want to thank you. And I would like to appeal to you to subscribe, to comment, to share. What are we here to do? We are here to encourage ourselves, focusing on life-changing topics, empowerment, things that add value to you and I. I want to thank you once again for joining me and sharing your moments with me. I'll go straight to the topic for today. There are people who are challenged in certain ways. Not physical challenge, not spiritual challenge, not even financial challenge. Then you wonder, could it be social? Could it be psychological? Could it be educational challenges? Because there are different levels of challenges. The challenge that I want to talk about today is self-limiting beliefs. SLB, self-limiting belief. It's a challenge. And I'll be the first to admit to the reality that I'm not the first person to talk about this. As a matter of fact, the first time I read about self-limiting beliefs was from an American, a Korean American or a Japanese American named Chen. And he is into case studies for people who want to get into the big consulting firms. And I followed him online for a couple of years, and I learned quite a while, quite a lot of stuff regarding how you can improve yourself professionally. So, but I've come to realize that the best way to improve in life is to give your interpretation to those things that are peculiar to your need or challenges as the time goes on. For instance, sometimes people will tell you, you need to talk slower. Sometimes people will say, raise up your voice. We can't hear you. Sometimes people will even say, your voice is too loud. You need to take it easy. The last of it being that the voice is too loud, I had that problem many years ago. Perhaps I'm still learning on how to tone down the volume of my voice when I'm training, when I'm talking, or when I'm generally praying or doing something that goes on in conversation. So, what are your self-limiting beliefs? Or what are self-limiting beliefs in themselves? These are beliefs that encroaches on your mindset to the extent that you are not good enough, or that you are not qualified, or that you are not capable, or that you are not fit for a particular purpose, etc., etc. There is no human being that is immune from self-limiting beliefs. So it is not something to be unusually worried about, but it's also something that you should pay attention to, because without paying attention to this, it may hinder the reality of a successful and fulfilling life. I give you an example. A self-limiting belief may surround the area of your social interaction with people. You see some people, they will tell you, I'm an introvert. It could be possible that you are an introvert, but God didn't make us to live by ourselves. We are all animals of interaction. So, if you call yourself an introvert, you may need to review that to the extent that are you maximizing the potential that God has given you, which is to affect your generation, to affect your circle of influence positively. So I found out in my interaction with people that are categorized as introverts, as people who just wants to be alone because they feel they do not know what to say or they don't know how to interact. I term this as self-limiting belief. There is nothing in this world that cannot be learned. We are also created with almost an unusual level of capacity to continue to evolve in making our lives better, in making our society better. As a matter of fact, it was mentioned that in a research, human beings have only used 6% of the capacity of the brain. Can you imagine? Only 6%. Do not forget that within this 6% of the capacity of our brain that God Almighty gave to us, we have these massive advancements in technology, advancements in development, advancements in science, all kinds of breakthroughs all over the world. Theories about human dignity, human evolvement over the years, new discoveries, etc., that attest to the great capacity of the brain. So we are back to our topic, self-limiting belief. So if you believe that you are not qualified to interact with people, or if you find yourself among other people, you may not be able to flow, so to say. This could be a self-limiting belief. Because we all learn by doing. We all learn by observing. So you do it, or you observe how it is done, and then you put it to practice. Another aspect of self-limiting beliefs is that other people can be appreciated or promoted, but not me. I'm not qualified. I've seen a couple of people that got A's in their studies, and then you are excited, even you that you got a B, you are excited with their result, and you want to share in their joy. And you see them, some people will say maybe they are humble. No, I don't even know how I got it. I think I don't think I should have gotten there. I don't know what it's a self-limiting belief. An athlete who has a self-limiting belief will never win the title. You can't go into a 100-meter race with a self-limiting belief. I can tell you the 10 or 12 of them that will be on that track, all of them believe they can win it. And that propels. That's why you see some major athletes that you can call favorites to win some races end up not winning the race because another athlete has an unyielding, determined spirit that is backed up with the belief that he or she can do it. Thirdly, an aspect of self-limiting belief that it needs every one of us to address is the fact that I am not qualified for the mercies of God. I have been a terrible human being. If only you know what I've done in my past. If you only know the sins I've committed. If you only know the things I have gone through or the places I've been to. Now, qualification for the mercies of God is not based on what you have done or what you have not done. It is simply based on your acceptance of the sacrifice that he himself rendered on the cross of Calvary. Like my brothers and sisters from the north will say, chicken. It has nothing to do with what you have done in the past, nothing to do with what you are currently doing, but it has to do with everything that you believe about the sacrifice that God has rendered on your behalf, on my behalf. Self-limiting belief could derail a brilliant, otherwise exceedingly great destiny. For instance, if you believe that you can do it and you have the support around you to propel you forward that indeed you can do it. And suddenly some thoughts comes into your mind that why should you think you could do it? You may be dealing with the effluence of self-limiting beliefs, which you need to address immediately. For every great achievement in life first comes as a thought, or what they call an idea. And when you put it down, you run with it, you plan it, and you actualize it, or you actualize it, it becomes a reality. And then you can begin to wonder, am I the one that actually did this? These are the things that are important for anybody to focus on in arriving at a place of freedom and liberty from limiting beliefs and thoughts that affect somebody from arriving at a place of destiny. I want to thank you for sharing your moments with me, for sharing your time with me again this evening. Thank you very much for all that you have been doing in improving yourself over the past few years. I appeal to you, do not give up on addressing this critical issue. There is nothing like coming to the end of life and realizing that you have not fulfilled the best of your destiny. The time is laid ahead of us. You and I, we can do it. We can achieve it. Let us deal with self-limiting beliefs. And as we do it, I look forward to see you on the other side. I want to thank you once again for sharing your time and moments with me. Like I've said in the past, the most precious currency in the world is time. And you sharing your time with me is not taken for granted. As we go ahead on this journey, I wish you all the best and appeal that you subscribe to this channel. I will really appreciate it. Share with your friend, comments, like, so that we can grow this community together. There is a journey I believe that God is taking all of us and will arrive at a place of testimony. Thank you once again. Go ahead and be great. Cheers.